matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down. To a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. It's Eckler again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Play fake, Winston. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of them.
And Winston lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh?
Worse?
Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, the big play prior to this one got them down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last 2 plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
6-0 our score after 1. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Jameis to throw it.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And now it's 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston, quick slant. That's caught by the 5'11 Landry.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Winston. Now a clash of bodies here that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a miss...
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Pete Werner.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, the offense, Charles, they were flirting with disaster, already backed up deep in their own territory. So the interception and the pick 6 ensued. That was a big play.
It certainly was, and the short field gave him the rare opportunity to take it all the way back and quickly. And once he saw that he had an open field, there's no way he's going to let that opportunity slip away, and finds his way into the end zone.
On the return, it's Adderley from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now a throw here to his running back. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Herbert on first down now. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reassert.
Touchdown, LA! Gerald Everett, 52 yards.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Winston. Pass incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, Winston on the move to his left.
Throw left side complete to Troutman. He's going to have the first down and then some.
Touchdown! Adam Troutman, 30 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
On the return, it's Adderley from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the line.
And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Winston.
There's Chris Olave.
And some space here.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and that'll keep this a 9-point game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Charger drive about to get going.
1 second, all that remains.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. Dancing to his left. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 16. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
To throw, Winston.
That's out to the flat for Ingram.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Jameis now on 1st down.
We'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Winston.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll throw again. Winston.
On the check down, it's Ingram.
So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be second down. Winston now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think
that his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Charger drive about to get going. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They go play action. Winston. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think we could all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On second down, Kamara. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A two-score lead down to one now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
And he's got it. They convert for two, and that gets them even closer. Now a two-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Winston. Flush to his right.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Winston steps away to his left, finding Taysom Hill complete, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Winston. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
On the return, it's Adderley from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Flushed out right. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Gerald Everett with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Charger drive about to get going. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 2nd down, Eckler. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Herbert going to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Up the middle with Eckler. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now Herbert.
Forced out to his left. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Saints.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
This one taken just inside the 10.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either...
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. One last throw here for Herbert. This for all the marbles.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans.
Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.